to lay on your back. Look up at the sky, and then put your hands together like this, right under your chin. We have a name for this hand position called the prayer position. Now, with your feet, bring your feet close to your bottom. If they touch, that's great. Now, keep your shoulders on the floor. Lift your bottom off of the floor. All right, go back. We call this a bridge. And the bridge is also called the unstoppable move. Can I stop it?
No.
Because it's unstoppable. Now watch. I've got my samurai sword, and I got a sharp point, and I'm going to put it right on the floor, and I'm going to hunt for your bottom. Guess what you're going to do? Bridge. Safe. Safe. Good. Oh, you better be ready. I want to run an experiment. Aiden, would you help me with the experiment? Would you lay on your back, but instead of having your feet close to your bottom, push your feet straight like you're at a tension position. Now, with your body straight like this, are you able to lift your bottom off of the floor without? Look how tiny his bridge is. It can only get a little bit high. All right, now bring your feet really close to your bottom, as close as you can. Now bridge. The bridge is way higher. So what do you guys think? Low bridge or high bridge? High bridge is good. Okay, here's the situation. Here's the situation for today's lesson. Sit up nice and tall. I want to see your eyes looking at me. There's somebody at school, don't say their name, somebody at your school who's the meanest kid in the whole school. Don't say their name. What do we call that person? How did you know? Yeah, the bully. There's a bully at every school. There's no escape. Every grade, always, every time. I think you can't really have a school without having a school bully. I don't know why. It just seems to be the way it is. So now, today, I get to be the bully. And I'm going to sit on top of your belly, and I'm going to hold you down and do all kinds of embarrassing things to you while you're there, while the whole class might be looking. How horrible is that? But listen, today's not so bad. Aiden, would you help me? Lay on your back. I'm going to turn you this way. Now, his feet are close to his bottom, and then he does the prayer position. So now, I'm the bully, and I'm sitting on top of him, and I'm like, hold on, don't do that yet. That's what you're gonna do, but don't do it yet. And I'm gonna be mean to him and do all kinds of embarrassing things. So my hands are down like this, and I'm looking at him with the meanest face I can make, maybe even a little smirk smile. Okay? Now, he's got his hands in the prayer position because he needs to talk to God in heaven. So he's got his hands saying his prayers. Heaven goes up over your head. So when I'm like this and I'm looking at you, he says his prayers, and his prayers travel up, over his head, up to heaven. When they reach heaven, his prayers are going to get answered one at a time. 3 answers to prayer. The first answer is, down from heaven, after your prayers go up, God gives you a rope. One of your arms is the rope, and the rope wraps around my arm, bends my elbow, and it locks my elbow to your body so I cannot escape it. You got it? Tight? He's got it. Okay, thank you. Let's see, Carter, I got bad news for you. I'm the bully at school, and I'm having a bad day, and I think today I'm gonna pick on you. You're the most fun person to pick on today. So I shove you over, you fall down, I climb aboard, and then I start to think to myself, what horrible, embarrassing thing am I gonna do in front of the whole class? To Carter. Carter says his prayers. Prayers go to heaven. He gets the rope. Then a second prayer is answered. The leg of his that matches becomes a hook, and he steps over my ankle and he hooks my ankle. So now I want my leg free, I want my hook free. Third prayer is answered. The third prayer is called the launcher. He launches his bottom with the bridge that he learned. Go ahead. Launch, and I fall. And then he's on top of me instead of me on top of him. Thank you. Boom. I'm picking on you, Royce. Today's your unlucky day. He says his prayers. Prayers go to heaven. He wraps my arm with a rope. He steps over my ankle with the hook. And then he does the unstoppable bridge. Correct. And then he can climb up. That's pretty smart. I think I'm too light. What if I decide to eat how many?
18. No, 3,052,000.
I eat 3,052,000 donuts.
Oh no.
So I weigh 900 pounds. Lay on your back. Now I think for sure I've got him because I weigh 900 pounds. I put my hands on there and I think, poor guy, you're so embarrassed. He says his prayers. Prayers go to heaven. He traps my ankle, and then he does the bridge. Freeze. How heavy am I now?
0.
Kellen, how much do I weigh? 900 pounds, but how much is on top of you?
0.
None. Go back. When you do the bridge, I actually land on my head, and 900 pounds lands on my head. Would you do the bridge? Then when you roll, I'm not that heavy. I'm not that heavy. All right, thank you. So class, what if that move was stoppable? The 900-pound donut eater would be able to stop you. But because it's unstoppable, the 900 pounds can be moved onto their head or their hands, and then they're light. And when they're light, they can tip right over. Is that magic, Royce? I think that's magic.